we're live. Hello, everybody. Today I have the pleasure and privilege of speaking to the lovely Sherina Mayani. And Sherina is a wonderful business and life coach who helps women with their financial abundance, and she helps them to thrive in their lives, and she helps them to thrive in their business as well. And I myself had the immense honour of actually being part of her group program, Thrive. And during that time, I have to say, I was really able to get over my kind of money mindset problem that I was having in my business. And she also helped me, she also taught me about EFT tapping, which I'd never ever had experienced before. And I have to say, it was really an enlightening experience. And I just feel really lucky that I have had to been able to meet Sherina. And Sherina has so much to offer. She's such an inspirational young lady, and she needs to share her wisdom and her message with the world. And I really wanted you guys to hear what she has to say. So without further ado, hello Sherina, lovely to see you.
Hello, thank you. Thank you for that introduction as well. Thank you.
So Sherina, for anybody today who's, doesn't know who you are and what you're about, please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yes. So I guess you explained it really well. Basically, I am a life coach. I actually started this business 10 months ago, so it's quite a young business. And the reason I started it was because I think I was my client a few years ago, like a year ago. I was stuck in a job that I was not fully passionate about, working 10 hours a day, in an environment that was not favoring me, not supporting me fully. And I knew there was more. I knew that I was meant for more, and I was in a place financially that I knew I could do better. I knew you read the books, you read The Secret, that there's more than enough. And I'm like, how do I apply this directly in my life? And I did. I started to do that, and that's when my life totally transformed. In these 10 months, I've been able to travel the world. I've been able to move out. I'm actually now living near the beach, so it's amazing what can happen. Even in business, it's all transformed.
And how did you start on this business journey then? How did that begin for you?
Yes, so I started, the idea came in December 2014, actually just 1 year ago exact. And I always loved mentoring and coaching people, but I had no idea what coaching was. I didn't know that this industry existed. I heard about it, but I didn't really understand it. I didn't know you could even charge for it. I didn't know really. Then I remember seeing my current coach's an article of hers, and I was like, wow. And I started researching about her and researching more about this industry, and I just joined a coaching program, a certification program, without even knowing what coaching was. I just did it because it was I felt inside of me that I had to do it, and I did. And it was the best decision ever. And since then, I've been working. The start of that program, I started working on myself. I wasn't sure I wanted to do a business on it, and then it just happened very naturally. And then now, obviously now I have clients all over the world. I travel all over. It's become an amazing journey.
And what is the thing, Sherina? I mean, you've spoken a lot about the traveling and the aspects of coaching that you really related to, but what really inspired and motivated you to, continue with the work that you do on a daily basis?
Yes. I think today what really motivates me is women. Seeing women, that's my strongest desire. See women being financially and emotionally free. Because I see so many women all over the world who are stuck, right? Who are doing what they don't love, who are people who are really draining them, who are bringing them down. And that is what brings me down. Seeing that, and I still see it. And that's a desire. I think that's innate desire I have. In fact, that I desire to see. And whenever I connect with that, there's no excuse, and I keep on moving. So things can happen wrong. My computer can break down on me. Even though I get on a breakdown, I'll freak out for a while. But remembering that vision, remembering that impact I desire to create, that really catapults me up, and that brings me back. It brings me back. And I think that's really important to mention, that you need to have that desire, that goal in your mind, because you can go haywire in your life. It's really easy. We live in a very crazy world today, right?
Yes.
So I think it's really important to be very connected, to come back.
So it's basically to come back to what is really, really important to you, and linking into that, why do you do what you do? Why is it so important to who you are as a person, Sherina?
That's a very, very good question. It's important because I think I was that woman
Hmm.
few months and years ago, and I know exactly how it feels. I know the pain they're going through. And like for me to be able to transform my life, to transform my business, my money story, my like personal story, I
Yeah.
feel like if I could do it, imagine what other people can do it. And I feel like to be honest, I really feel like it's something really innate in me, like to share this. You know how you
Hmm.
feel that it's like your purpose?
Hmm.
So aligned, like that's how I feel. And I feel like every day the universe tests me, like putting me in situations that I know my idea, like my clients are going through, to see how I
Hmm.
respond, to like learn more, to be more like. So
Hmm.
yeah,
So,
definitely.
so I mean, just to kind of to make it really clear to the people who are listening today, if you kind of had to bottle your purpose in, imagine like a little green bottle, what do you think your purpose would be in the world, and why do you think that is? It'd be really great to hear that in a little bit more detail.
Yes, of course, someone. So I think like freeing young women, like women in general, actually, women in
Okay.
general, like by helping them create their businesses and like
Mm.
transforming the money story as well.
So women
Like,
empowerment, basically. Sorry.
sorry.
Women empowerment, basically empowering women
Yes,
to be better.
exactly, exactly. In other words, yes,
Mm.
exactly. Women empowerment.
So you
So
kind of, yeah, you wake up in the morning kind of feeling as though that's your purpose, that's your mission, and that's what you want to help all the women all over the world with your clients. That's
yeah.
kind of your mission in life, basically, isn't it?
Yes, and like every time I have a new client and I like start reading about them and studying about them, like I remember again, like it connects again. It's yes, I
Hmm.
always like that mission to empower women, like how like to see your transformation somehow was amazing, right? Like you came to me like having this like block and it was like now you're like, yeah, I'm going for it, I'm doing it. I'm like, wow, like and that is my desire. Like I don't care for anything else and you know that.
Yeah.
And it's just seeing that transformation in you, like you're a perfect example of what I
Hmm.
desire to see more in the world. And
Hmm.
that is
Thank you.
and you know that. Yeah. You're
Thank you
welcome.
very much. And obviously, as we all know, because everybody, when we talk about business and stuff, and business is such a big word, it's huge, isn't it? People think that a lot of people who do business, they just look at people and they perceive them as, oh, it's really, really easy. But obviously, everybody has their own challenges, and everyone's journey is different. And it'd be really, really great to hear, Sharina, what are some of the challenges that you've had, and how have you overcome them during your business
Excellent.
journey?
Great question so much. So yes, there are different types of businesses. Obviously, my business is surface based.
Hmm.
So in the beginning, what was challenging for me, because as you can see, I'm very young and I look even younger than my real age. I'm
Yeah.
24, but like sometimes I can be perceived as 18, 20. So my biggest challenge was my age and like my youth, I guess, because well, actually, it was a challenge and my advantage. Because being
Hmm.
young, it was like, oh, why should I listen to her? Why should I hire her as my coach? Like, who is she? Why does she know so much? So it was a big block. It was also a mental block I had, a
Yeah.
challenge I had in my mind. Like, no one will hire me. Like, why would people pay thousands of dollars to me? Like, who am I? Like, I'm just
Yeah.
24. And at that time, I was just 23. So it was like getting over that. And the way I think I got over that was realizing the age really doesn't matter. What matters
Yes.
is your soul. What matters is, and as a coach, I've learned it's not about teaching people. Like being a coach, you are really more than anything facilitating people,
Mhm. Yeah.
right? So I got trained with one of the best coaches in the world, and like I got certified. So it was like, and I was seeing the transformation I was creating people's life. I was like,
Yeah.
age is not an issue, and today nobody asks for my age. I'm sure they know I'm young because of my pretty face, right?
Yeah.
But and I actually have clients like in their 30s, 40s. Like I even have one in her 50s. So like I think I was able to like get over that by just doing the work.
Hmm.
And I saw women coming to me who were older than me, and I was like, wow. And like they didn't feel anything. They didn't feel like, oh my God, you're a baby, nothing of the sort. So that really helped me. That was my biggest
Yeah.
challenge, I would say.
I'd say though that your biggest selling point, Sharina, having known you for a little while and speaking to you as well on Skype and stuff, is that you're very genuine, and that comes across. At the end of the day, people buy people, don't they? And I think the message that you have is so strong, Sharina, that whenever someone comes to you, whatever you said to them is so genuine and heartfelt. They think, wow. I mean, that's how I feel when with the experience I've had with you, and I think that comes across because that's a very honest answer there, very honest answer. And so for anyone out there at the moment who is thinking about embarking maybe on a coaching business or any business out there, because starting a business isn't easy, what advice would you give to them? What would you say?
I would say follow your butterflies, and that's like one of my mottos in all my in my business. Like what I mean by butterflies, basically that feeling in your stomach when something excites you. You
Yeah.
gotta follow that feeling. Like if you are desired, like for those of you listening or whatever you do listen, like if you are feeling that you're meant to do something and you think it's a coaching business, yoga,
Mm.
whatever you think it is, just go one step at a time. I think that's like the main thing. Like don't overthink it. If you have
Yeah.
that desire in you, the reason you have that desire is because there's someone out there who's desiring that help for you. That's
Mm.
something I got to learn in my journey. Like I had a strong desire, but I didn't. Little did I know that there were people desiring that help from me. When I did launch, when I did say like I'm a coach, and I had people coming all over the world to me, and it was that desire
Mm.
of theirs and my desire that was like matching up. So you feeling that, just go one step at a time. Like if it's a coach you desire to be, just try to see who you can coach and help in front of you. Like start where you're at. Like don't overthink. Like oh my god, I need to have my website, everything set up. I mean, there's a time
Yeah.
and place for that. I think it's not overthinking it and just go one step at a time. Like one step.
Mm.
See who you can be of service to today. Maybe it could be
Mm.
your husband, it could be your mom, it could be anybody. Like just see where you can start today. I think
Mm.
that would be like the biggest thing. Like if you feel that desire, connect it and just do something about it.
So,
Whatever
so,
it is. That's all.
so do you feel at the moment then, I mean, because you've described so much about the kind of lifestyle that you're having and that you get to travel a lot and that you
Yeah.
love that, do you feel that that is your dream life and career that you have at the moment then?
Well, today I'll tell you yes, but I thought that 2 years ago as well. So yes, obviously I do feel it's my path. I do feel more than anything, more like the final destination. I think more it's my journey. And
Yes.
probably this might be my last end, who knows, like to be the coach of the world. It might be I transform and be an author or transform and be a speaker. Like I am not sure, but I just know because I'm following that path, I will be
Mm.
guided and will know exactly when the next step is, if there is another step or I am meant to evolve. So for me, it's more about following it and not like a few months ago, I was only doing one-on-one coaching. I didn't even plan to do group coaching until it was asked by my people, like, hey, we want a group, we want to meet each other. And I was like, oh my God, I don't know if I'm ready for that. And like even now, many of them are like, oh, when are you doing an event? I want to see you live and I want to travel to see you. And I'm like, oh my God, it's like naturally happening. It's like
Mm.
naturally being born. So it's like
Yeah.
just following that process and focusing. And that would
So,
be like,
and with any business, it's evolving, and as you said, you through the time, test of time, you'll see that maybe you'll be going into other avenues. It will open more and thrive more. Sorry to use the word, but it will. It will flourish more,
yeah,
basically. So yeah, cool. Okay.
exactly.
So, what do you think then is the secret to having your dream career? What do you think?
Beautiful question. I love that you mentioned that. So the secret, I love it. I think the secret is, I think I mentioned it already, is being connected, like to
Mm.
source, the universe, God, or however you desire to call it, and like being and staying in a high frequency. Because
Wow.
like I think, and that's actually what I teach. Like I might be a business coach and teach you the structures and marketing. All that comes. There's a time and place for that. Yes,
Hmm.
and like I can learn all the best techniques and all of that. I feel like as long as you're in the right frequency and you're vibrating correctly and you're connected to your
Yeah.
purpose and mission and you're very clear and you're very connected and very like the energy's there, I think that just makes it happen. And like actually yesterday I was listening to an audio of Michael Beckwith and he talks about like you can be the right person, vibrating correctly and do the wrong thing, do the wrong how to and
Yeah.
get success. Or you can be not vibrating correctly, being in a very low
Mm.
vibration, and doing exactly each step of the how-to books or how-to courses, and not get no results. And that goes back
Mm.
again to your frequency, what you're vibrating. So for me, it's more about like I really spend a lot of time really getting to the frequency, like, and as all humans, like I have to admit, and I'm gonna be super transparent. There are times that I will freak out. There are times that I will get mad, and there are times that I will be down. And
Yes.
that's something I really want to clarify because many people come to me like, oh my God, you're this happy person all the time. Yes, I
Mm.
maintain happiness. Yes, But there are times I'm down, and I think the secret is to always try and to strive to be up, to go up. Like even though like today morning I woke up, my laptop wasn't working, the internet was working. I was like, okay, I can freak out and I had a moment of freak out. I'm like, let me freak out for 5 minutes now. Let me freak out for 5 minutes. But I decided like I'm gonna freak out for 5 minutes, but after those 5 minutes I'm going up. I'm gonna make a mantra. I'm gonna create affirmation. I'm gonna transform this energy, this anger that I have and feeling, and find a solution. And I did that, and look, I'm here live with you on time. So I think it's about learning. I think it's about learning. I think the secret will be like to learn to stay in a high frequency. And I don't think it's easy, and I won't say it's easy, but I think it's simple. It's not easy, but it is very simple.
Yeah.
And like as I mentioned, like I'm still doing that, like down up, but I maintain up more, and that's the secret. I feel that's the secret. I don't think it's really maintainable to be up all the time, and you can speak to like the biggest mentors and coaches in the world. Like they have their days when they are down, but what happens to them is that they clear that energy. They're mastered their energy. They're able to go back faster. And the thing happens that people stay down, and then they stay low frequency, and the bad things come and come and come, and they're like, why does this happen? Like today morning that could have happened to me. I could have been like, no, I'm gonna like cancel this. It's not working, and I could have stayed there. But I decided not to. I decided to come back again. And here I am, super excited again. It's about coming back to you.
I think, I mean, just going back to Thrive just for 1 minute, because I think that was one of the things that I came away with when I did the grouping program, the mindset stuff, especially the tapping. And for anyone who doesn't know what EFT is, please tell us a little bit about that. What is EFT? Because I think it would be really useful for people to know, actually.
Yes, actually, that's my secret tool. People say like your secret tool. That's my secret tool, and that's one of the main tools I teach in my programs, as you experience. Basically, a TFT is very similar it's like acupuncture, but without needles. So you can do this online. You just need yourself. You don't need nothing, no object, no physical thing, anything, and it's all online. And the cool thing about this tool is that what it does is that it touches meridian points in your body, and it like shifts energy. So let's say you're mad, right? And I think this is a very key thing that I'm glad you mentioned, because I've noticed in my work, many people feel like they need to ignore the madness, they need to ignore the anger, they need to ignore those feelings that make them feel bad. And I take it, I'm like, you know what, you need to deal with that and move on. You need to deal with that and heal it and release it. And one of the tools is actually tapping. So basically how that works is you tap like in certain points in your body, like there's different points, and you say things. You say affirmations, or you say certain phrases. And what that does is that it literally tunes in that frequency of that phrase that it's bringing you in a low frequency, and it releases the energy there. That way, when you finish this tapping and when you finish releasing that energy, you can move forward attracting what you desire. Because many of my clients, and my gorgeous, amazing, beautiful clients, I just see their potential. And it's amazing. Like sometimes what is blocking them is like a fear they have.
Yes.
And when they do these techniques, like, I see the transformation that happens. It's like, whoo, you have this all the time in you, but that block, that energy that was holding you back, and tapping has helped a lot. So I include that in all my programs because I feel it's really important to have something, and it's a tool that I teach as well. So you go away learning this tool, how you can do it when you're feeling angry or you're feeling like low vibe, because it will happen, right? So you have this tool in your arsenal to bring yourself back.
No, I mean it really helped me with my money mindset, and I think Sherina, what you're saying about frequency, it's so important. I've discovered that as well in my business journey, and I think anyone out there who's either had a new business or has been in business for a couple of years, if we're not on a even wavelength every single morning, like what you were describing about the challenges you had this morning. It's the energy that you give out to the world that you get back is what I believe. And I think if you want to really, really succeed and have that positive energy, you need to keep giving some positive energy back. So it's really, really interesting what you said there. So, I mean, you've spoken a little bit about your business, and I have to say, it's not because I'm raving because I like you and everything like that. If anybody hasn't been to Sherina's website, I will mention the website as well at the end, and Sherina will mention it. But I just love all the like little logos on there, and butterflies are a big thing for you. What are the kind of in 2015? Obviously, it's coming towards the end of the year, in just a couple of days' time. What are going to be the new things that are going to be happening in 2015 for your coaching business? What's the new things that are going to be developing in your business?
Okay, it's a very good question. Many things. Actually, I have a lot of things boiling up right now at the back end. I've actually just joined myself a very high level mastermind and coaching and mentoring
Oh, very
program.
exciting.
So I'm really excited because like we've been starting and like what's happening is gonna be amazing. I'm really excited. I don't have details yet. Right now, I'm a firm believer to really focus where you're at. So I am currently focused just where I'm at now. But I do have a lot of ideas and like I like call them downloads coming up of really cool things and like things that my people are asking, things that people are asking for. So yeah,
Mhm.
very very exciting things. So yeah.
Yeah, sounds really, really interesting. I mean, what I'll do with this Google Hangout, I'll put this in a blog and then I'll put your website on there. But, what do you see for yourself, let's say, in the next 10 years with your business? We're going to be
I
really
love it.
ambitious.
I love it. That's a very good question. I see a greater impact in 10 years in the world. I see and feel and believe that there will be more women
Hmm.
out there being entrepreneurs, having their own businesses, more women leaving their jobs, doing it their way,
Yeah.
more women being, maybe their moms being at home with their children, more time, making their own money, being independent. I see that like in 10 years, I see a very big impact in the world
Mhm.
thanks to the work that I hopefully will be providing and the service and the work I feel my people will be providing as well. Like I think it's interesting to see because like it's like the butterfly effect, and that's why I love butterflies. Like have you heard of that? Like when you spread your wings, it's
Yeah.
like you affect one person, but you don't know the other people you're affecting as well. It has a ripple effect. And I
Yeah.
actually already noticed that now. Like I have many clients who like friends of theirs. They come to them like, oh my God, this happened, and it's like all because of the work they did. So it's like it's spreading. So in 10 years, I don't know what I will be doing. I don't know if I'll be speaking all over the world, or I don't know, I'll be a billionaire. I have no idea. But what I do know for sure is that there will be an impact, and whatever I do, that will be one of the consequences. A big impact
Yeah.
on women, and lots of, I do see a lot of women being free. A lot of women like having a better mentality, better mindset, being
Mhm.
financially independent. That's 10 years. I see a lot of women. That's my thing.
That
Excites me just to think about it. I gotta do it. I gotta get to work now.
No, it will happen. It will definitely happen. I can see it definitely happening for you, and I feel that somebody, as young as you are, and I mean this totally as a compliment, is
Thank
that
you.
is that you are a champion for all the women who are under the age of 25 who maybe have done their degrees, who can't find work, who find it difficult, who want to set up their own business. You're a champion for them because they come to you, Sherina, and they say, Sherina, you did it. Give me your secrets. I want to know how you did it. So you're an inspiration already. And I think that we're all inspirations, but we need to see the inspiration inside ourselves, which is a challenge I've had with myself, which you know before. But it was a real pleasure speaking with you today. Thank you so much for taking your time out
Thank
to
you.
speak
Thank
with
you for
me.
this. I really enjoyed it.
And I hope to speak with you soon.
Yeah.